Leo family, hi, I love you guys. As you know, I'm one of you, Leo sun, and I'm always home. And I was so excited to talk to you guys this month. I'm recording you second, and normally I save my Leos for like a little bit later in the recording process because it's like I know it'll be a treat every time we talk. But as you can see, I'm in like full Leo mode right now. I've got my crown on, I got my red lipstick on, I got my big hair, and it's because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling our resurgence, and it's intense and it's awesome. Now, I am wearing a crown from Pink LUNE. She's making some amazing new stuff, and her shop has been on vacation for a little bit here because she's got some big, wonderful things going on in her life. But her shop is going to be reopening after just a little vacation for her and her life. In the middle of November, you're getting the 15% off discount in her shop. I'm going to leave all of that in the description box as usual. Her stuff is amazing. It's all one of a kind. You'll never get the same thing twice. So everything you see that I'm wearing, there's only one of these, but there's so much more that she's making, right? So, and she makes them by hand. I mean, she just handcrafts these so beautifully. Can't say enough good stuff. So check that out. And thank you guys so much for commenting about more content that you would like to see. It really helps me get an idea of where I can add more to the discussion and fill out the month and be in more contact with you guys, so you guys don't just get once a month uplifting messages, but that we can kind of talk about everything that's going on, because there's always a ton going on. It's never just a simple thing, right? There's always a ton going on, and I get a sense of the whole overarching month, but there's so much in between every 4 weeks, right? So anyway, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm going to do a very intuitive reading today, and for everybody that's going to be the case, because oh my gosh, October was really intense for me personally. I went through a really big shift in my life that, it was what I said. I mean, seriously, the first day of October, I said things were going to be coming up and the truth was coming out and that things were going to shift and that you're going to have a flexible mind. For me personally, the first day of October, it started immediately. And the rest of October was about being truthful and fixing things and adjusting things and opening up conversations with people that I love. And there was a lot happening. So coming into November, we did all this hard work. And I would be really curious to hear from you guys. How was your October? Because mind-blowing for me personally. But November is a little more supportive. It's a little gentler. It's a little kinder. I don't have a note. Like I said, I'm doing this all just based on what cards come out and what I'm feeling when I see these cards and when I'm talking to you guys, my Leo fam. But there are a couple notes I'm going to have here because there is a supportive astrological kind of thing going on. It's a romantic time. Venus is doing a fun little dance the whole month. She's doing, I don't have the whole list here. I would suggest looking it up because it's really fun to look at where Venus, like the little things Venus is going to be doing. But one of the notable things that Venus is doing this November is November 4th is a Taurus full moon. Taurus is already super romantic. We're talking about Venus and her earthly beauty and her garb and the sensuality of love, right? And we have this full moon, just bright and vibrant. Well, Venus herself is opposing Uranus right before that full moon starts, like the same day. What does that mean? Okay, so Uranus is this disruptor, right? He likes to come in and shake things up to improve things. He wants to take things to the next level, but the way that he does that is with unexpected packaging. Things can arrive in your life in a way that you never thought they would. Disrupting things a little bit, making things a little bit wild. It can be, arguments or surprises of any kind. And then, opposing Venus, it's challenging. It's saying, how can we find balance between the love that we experience and then the surprise element of the fluidity and the instability of our lives, right? So that's happening as this full moon is showering this bright light on everything. So it's going to be one of those full moons where for some people they're going to experience it as this beautiful expansion of their love. They might meet a new lover. You guys might meet a new lover because we're in a special time for Leo in the year, which is the 4th house in Scorpio, and then we're moving into the 5th house of Sagittarius at the end of the month. I'm so excited about that. It's a really romantic, deep time for you guys. So you might find that you are meeting a new partner. Or if you're in a relationship that there's a big conversation or a surprise way of doing something that's bringing you guys closer together. There's a lot of beautiful romantic energy there for Leos. It can also be volatile though. And I know that we Leos, we're all heart and soul. We do have a temper and we can be reactive, right? Fire is reactive. It likes to move. Something to keep in mind with that full moon energy. And we also have the new moon in Scorpio on the 18th of November. And that's going to be a really deep subterranean energy. It's really going to ask us to get clear, really very, very deeply clear on what we want. And not just based on what sounds good on the surface, but where are we wounded? Where are we repeating the same cycle over again? Where do we need to be reborn into new energy that frees us? Where do we need to liberate ourselves from old things? For those of you Leos out there who have been in abusive relationships or relationships with people who have not appreciated you because you are so giving and you are so warm and you are so bright and you have felt those pains in the past, it's time to let go of those wounds and it's time to really think about what love means for you. So this month is really a truth-telling month about what you want love to look like in your life. And that's true for everybody, but I think because Leos are such lovers and there's so much there with the love. Ooh, we got some bonus cards just flew out, you guys. It's a really good chance to make sure that we're doing right by ourselves. But this is just the astrology aspect of it. I haven't even turned over these cards. There's so much to talk about. Like, I'm turning them over right now and oh my God, you guys. I'm really excited. I told you I couldn't wait to do this reading because obviously I'm a Leo, so I'm always curious what's coming up for the month because I also get to find out what's going to come up in my life. And I'm turning over and we got a whole bunch of cards. So I'm going to be talking for a while with you guys here, I think, today. And today is going to be one of those days where we just have a nice long chat. I'm always all about. Okay, because the reason I'm freaking out is the first 4 cards. Oh my God. I'm trying to hold all 4 of them up here, you guys. Hanged Man, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the Lovers. I just turned these over. I was shuffling and talking to you guys about astrology this whole time. I just turned these over, and these are the establishing energies of the month. These 4 cards right here. This is pretty much the framework for the month. The overarching energy. The energy that is going to just be on the train. If you're getting on a train, a themed train for the month, this is the theme. Love. Partnership. What you love and value. Where you find your heart aglow. And it makes so much sense because, Scorpio is your 4th house. And Scorpio is an intense placement for 4th house. But, it's very real. It's very raw. It's about sexuality. Scorpio is about sexuality. Scorpio is about rebirth. All these deep, beautiful themes, right? We have Jupiter in Scorpio right now. And then the 4th house is about your home and your family, the people that you're closest to, your den, your internal emotional world, right? And so and then we're moving into Sag at the end of the month, which is your 5th house of heart and romance and creativity. These are such deeply romantic houses. And the energy with the Venus dance going on is very much like, hey, yes, let's highlight this. Let's address this. Let's get into this. Let's talk about this. Now, with these first 4 cards, it's funny to start off with the Hanged Man. I do have to say that because the Hanged Man is always the patience card, right? This is about, okay, maybe you're in a weird situation. Maybe things aren't, and this is that Uranus thing too, right? Uranus will come in opposing Venus like that and be like, let's challenge you. We're going to give you some interesting, weird situations. So this Hanged Man is kind of like, take the situation and embrace it. I love the poet Mark Nepo. He is amazing. And he talks about how the best chance of becoming whole, I'm trying to quote this word for word, is to love whatever is an obstacle until it ceases to be one. And that's a paraphrase, honestly, but this is the Hanged Man. You gotta love your situation, whatever it is. If your partner's being slow, if your partner isn't showing up right away, if they're showing up in an interesting way that you're not used to, if they are, or if this could be any circumstance too. This isn't just about love. I have to say that a lot of people are like, I don't want to just hear about love. I want to hear about life and finance and work and career and life path. This can also apply to that because what we love and value isn't just about a romantic partner. And there's something here about like, this is kind of when I see the Hanged Man, what I'm seeing here is that you're getting your way in general this month. But if you're not looking at it with the eyes of hope and clarity, it may be misinterpreted that you're not getting your way. Right? And I know that sounds like a strange thing to say, but sometimes when things are moving really slowly, or they are coming in packages that ask you to be a little bit more patient, or to be a little bit more flexible in your mind, it can feel as though it's not coming. So when I see the Hanged Man, it's just kind of a, okay, pay attention to the details, really make sure you're looking at the details, because there's a lot of things around you that are saying, hey, I want to give you this, let's give you this, let's give you this. And if you're not looking in the right direction, you might be like, where is it? Where is it? But it's all around you. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be that hard for Leos to see it. I don't. I think that Hanged Man is the very first card. So it's just, to me, the beginning of this month, you may feel a little bit of that slowness. And you may be kind of like, really, is this month going to be that romantic? Because right now it's not feeling that romantic. But then, boom. Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about jubilation. It's about partnership. It's about marriage. It's about building something. It's about walking through this chuppah, or this bower, this wedding bower, and celebrating with somebody. This can be with your family. This can be with your friends. This can be with a lover. This is about really going into bountiful territory and appreciating all of it. And so what I see with that is Leos being Leos. You know, when Leos are feeling good, when we're in a nice healthy spot with ourselves, where we're loving ourselves and we're not with people who are draining our energy, and we've taken the time, oh my God, Leos light up a room, right? This is where they want to be. This is where Leos excel, you know, being surrounded by the people they love and value, giving of their heart, sharing of their heart, receiving love. This is that. This is just very supportive energy. So call up those friends, call up those family members, make those parties happen with the people that make you feel bright and light. Now, when we have Two of Cups and the Lovers next to each other, my goodness, you guys, this is about partnership. And I will say that, I mean, this can be, for those of you who want more of a career spin, this can be about working with people who are reciprocal with you, who don't just take from you, but also want to contribute. So you might be finding partnerships in general, those one-on-one partnerships we have in our lives, wherever we're working, are really flowing. But with that being said, when this is a general reading like this, and I have these two cards side by side, right at the base of the reading, this is love. This is love. And this isn't flashy love. This is the thing I'll say about November that I'm noticing energetically, and in this reading especially. Real love, yes, Leos, we like the romance. We want to be swept off our feet just a little bit. It's not always about big fancy gifts, but take me on a nice date, say beautiful things to me, you know, kiss me on the forehead and wrap me up, do something romantic for me, right? What I'm getting about this month is that it's the real love. It's like the real work of love, you know, like when you bare your soul, when you're vulnerable, when you share your limitations or your fears or your boundaries, that kind of work that like makes partnerships so meaningful and so wonderful. That's what I'm picking up on for Leos this month. And it's a really, really beautiful thing. But yeah, it does look different than just the fun date parts of being in a relationship or in a romance, right? And it's deep work. This is deep work, you guys. But it's so beautiful. So, I mean, I think a lot of you are going to be feeling vulnerable, but also feeling ready to share that vulnerability. And it's looking like other people are willing to share their vulnerability with you as well, which is also beautiful. And which also might bring with it that erratic Uranus energy of, whoa, I never realized you saw the world that way. And actually part of the reason I'm saying this is the next three cards. This to me, these next three cards are, this is the work of true partnership in life, true partnership in work, in love, in family, in the way we relate to other, right? The true work of that is the vulnerability. It's, you know, Brene Brown has written tons of books about this. That's another person to check out. That the true relationships are setting healthy boundaries and expressing our vulnerable sides. And here it is, you guys. We have the King of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. So this is a really interesting combination. Now, the King of Cups, right, is this emotive standard bearer. So some of you might have like a beautiful water sign in your life who's very emotionally intelligent. can really sit and say, I'm noticing that you're not feeling well, or something's a little off. Do you want to share with me? Do you want to talk about that? That is the King of Cups. King of Cups is like, oh, you have emotional wounds. Let's sit down and really look at those. Let's take care of this. Let's take care of the serious business of emotional intelligence, right? It's intense. And for Leo, sometimes we want to just skip to the good fun stuff, right? Fire signs want to do that. So there's this calling. And what does it do? It brings this up, right? Here are those wounds, right? I was talking about fourth house is deep. And Scorpio, Leo's having Scorpio as their fourth house. It's like, oh, we're going to have home and family. You're going to be in my life. You want to see the real underside of Leo? It's deep, man. And we have wounds because we've overgiven and we've pushed ourselves too hard and we've felt what it feels like to just burn down. So when I see the Eight of Swords, which is about feeling a sense of blindness, right? And stuckness, uncertainty. And the Ten of Wands, which is feeling that you have to carry a burden on your shoulders, or that you're alone, or that you're burning out, or that something's coming to an end. For me, these are when Leos, you like to hide. You like to hide this deeper stuff sometimes, right? You want to make the best of a situation. You want to forge forward and just be in love and be having fun. Let's have fun. But this is still there. And the people that really love you, they'll totally be there to witness this and help usher you past it. So I think the thing with this month that's really interesting is it's like, Leo, you're going to really be seen by people that love you. And like I said, it's not just partnerships, but that's a big one. It's friendships, family, the people that you really value, the people that you really want around you on your weekends or on your time off or even at work. You're going to be finding out they want to sit there and witness with you anything that has been lurking. And it's going to be improving all of your relationships. It's scary though, you guys, to share that. It's not actually scary. You find out, oh, when I share that, people will be there with me. But I'm seeing right now that it's going to be big for you guys. It's going to be big for you guys this month. It's going to be really beautiful. It's healing. That's the thing I get. And what's so interesting, you guys, is we have the Devil and the High Priestess next, right? So major arcana right out of this healing energy I'm seeing. Like, this healing energies I'm thinking is probably after the full moon, but starting around the full moon and going on until the new moon, I would say we're going to be doing this kind of work. Really having conversations, really showing up with people. Late night conversations, long lunches, that kind of thing is going to be very prevalent for you guys in November. And where is it leading? What is this culminating in once we hit that, Scorpio new moon? We're planting our seeds, right? It gets to this major arcana energy. And this is just a fascinating combination because the Devil, right? Earthy hard work. Now, this is making me thinking about that Saturn transit that is going on. And it is in Sagittarius, right? It has been in Sagittarius for 2.5 years. Saturn's all about restriction. He's associated with the Devil, with Capricorn, right? And he's finishing up a transit, a huge one. It's got 2 more months, a couple more months left, 2.5. And it's finally going to leave the 5th house. Sagittarius is Leo's 5th house, which is your heart and your romance and that fiery creative energy that is Leo. When I see the Devil here, it reminds me of the hard work of connection, right? Saturn likes to get down to the bones of a situation. Does not want to skip over into the fun, lighthearted side of stuff. Wants to get to the bones of it. So what I'm seeing here is like, yeah, it's the scary reality of sharing of yourself with another person. It's hard work. It's grounding down. It's showing up. It's unearthing what you really want from a partnership, what you really want to share, where you really want to be vulnerable, where you really want to be open, right? That is so beautiful, you guys. It is going to be so freeing, but it is kind of the last gifts of Saturn. So some of you may be feeling very resistant to this process. You may be feeling really freaked out by it. I'm just going to say some of you will be fine. I think this conversation might help you a little bit. And just knowing that you're going to be feeling a little bit unguarded, a little bit exposed. And the High Priestess, right? This is the intuition, as we know it. And I'm surrounded by my divine feminine symbols right now because I'm really feeling that divine feminine energy. It's very important for the end of this year. The High Priestess is the emotional healing side of that. So when you see these two together, we have the grounding down, the hard work of it, and we have the intuitive emotional healing of it, the freeing of it, the swimming free in waters, that new waters. I mean, I'm really getting fresh new waters for you. There's almost a sense of rebirth. Like, I feel like October was very stripping and even a little bit hard for Leos. And it kind of forced a rebirth, right? We're in Libra Scorpio season, and there's a lot of balancing and re-emerging energy going on in October. And in November, you're going to be noticing that you do kind of feel like a different person. You're going to start to be tasting the fruits of reward of this Saturn transit. But it's intense, you guys. This is so intense. It's so beautiful, though, because this is really where real relationships begin. This is really where real experience of life begins. You know, this is such foundational, important stuff. You guys got 3 bonus cards in this reading. And it's funny because we've gone so deep just now, right? This whole conversation has been extremely deep. And then we go back up to the surface. We go back up to the action. We go back up to the newness. Fresh starts. We have the Page of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Oh my gosh, so much high energy, you guys. So much high energy. So for me, it's like when we hit Sagittarius, oh man, is it going to be fun for Leos. I'm happy I'm feeling in my Leo-ness today and wearing this because it fits. It fits with Leo and the experience of this month. Such an empowering month. You know, when we have these 2 pages right here, we're talking brand new starts. We're talking information moving, projects moving, opportunities moving forward, things having kind of like an engine behind them, right? People coming in that get you, that want to work with you. These are such complementary energies for that fiery Leo heart. And they're waking you up. They're waking you up. They're taking you forward. For me, what I'm seeing is you're doing this huge emotional exposing journey of sharing with others, of building relationships, of like really truly seeing that, as scary as it might sound, to show of yourself. Even after all your past experiences of hurt, oh my gosh, the rewards are amazing. And that release of energy is causing this. 8 of Pentacles is really important. This is like your life's work. What you're meant to be bringing to the world. Coming forward. And being supported by people that really want your energy to flow. So we start the month out with it being all about relationship, all about love, all about romance, all about what you value, all about the people you want to be close to, all about the things you really want to share of your heart, all about the truth coming out, all about exposing of our hearts, all about exposing of our souls. And in doing that, it's leading you right to the energy, the projects, the things you want to be doing, the partnerships you want to be doing. And we're getting back to where Leo likes to be, which is in the playful activity of making and doing and experiencing, in the playful vibrancy of living, not just diving deep and constantly being exposed and doing all that, but like the living, the creating, the manifesting, the movement, the building, the improving, the sharing, the shining of your glowing heart and the sharing of that and really feeling appreciated. I mean, that's what I'm getting. Total appreciation. Like really seeing, oh my God, the people around me love me. The people around me love me. That's what I hear Leo saying at the end of November. And oh my gosh, what a great thing. Leos, you guys have needed this. You have needed to get back to this place of knowing how much people love you, how much people want to work with you, how much people just adore you. Like, I think Leos, one of the challenges Leos have is that you guys are so powerful. So powerful. And we've talked about this many times before, where it's like, it's so much power to be that warm, bright, vibrant sun. You're just like, how can I give my power away to people? How can I just give it away so I don't have it all here, right? And then you know, but you can't give it away, right? Because you're you, and you have your place in the world, and you're just doing important stuff. So you're trying to give it away, but you can't, and you're still yourself. And then you're so used to being this powerful being that it starts to just kind of feel mundane. I know this sounds crazy, but it starts to feel mundane, and you start to think, why would anybody want to work with me? Why would anyone be around me? I'm not interesting. Because you've forgotten that you're like this powerhouse that is honestly sometimes intimidating, sometimes overwhelming for other people because they can't keep up with that, right? And this month is like a really, really wonderful return to realizing, oh my gosh, you guys, people love you. People want to be around you. People want to work with you. People want to be in partnerships with you. People want to keep you very close. And I think you need that validation this month. I think you need that flow of energy because I think it has been kind of an intense and rough 4 or 5 months. There's been good points, obviously. Things have been progressing, but there's been some self-doubt and some worry going on, right? So this month is amazing, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the love. I mean, I feel like I'm about to cry because there's this sense of like, finally you just have people around you that value you. Because for those Leos that have had a rough summer and early fall with people who haven't been appreciating you and who haven't been giving you the time of day and who haven't been calling you back or making time for you, it has shot some of your enthusiasm. And what I'm seeing in these cards and what I'm seeing in this process is that the people that are going to be around you are really going to remind you that you are so valuable and that people do want to be around you. Just because some dumbass doesn't get it, and some dumbass is intimidated by you and what you bring to the surface, doesn't mean everybody is. And for those people who have acted like dumbasses in the past, they may be really changing their tune this month as well. But don't hold out for that. Do your thing. Because there are other people that get it and they want to be there with you. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. I feel like this was a really, really beautiful reading. I'm thrilled. I think this is going to be a beautiful month. Buckle up. Be ready for surprises. Give yourself the chance to be surprised by life. Be open, relax, love yourself, let that vulnerability fly, and you're going to do great. I'm going to leave my website, my email, and my Instagram in the description box. I do private readings. I do Skype readings, phone readings, video readings. We'll figure something out because I love working with Leos. By far, one of the best things ever. You guys, this family is everything to me, and being part of the Leo family is such a privilege and a